I am doing some late night filming. So I'm here doing one of my favorite things ever, which is just talking about products that I absolutely unconditionally love. This video is going to be my ride or die tag, and this tag was created by Jaclyn Hill. I know everyone knows her. She's on YouTube. I just thought this tag was so cool because I would actually always wonder that. Like, if I was stranded on an island, what is one product I would bring? And aside from every single other makeup thing, if I could only bring absolutely one item, it would be concealer. For sure. So, that was random. But that would be my one thing. If I ever had like any one beauty product, that would be it. But with this tag, what you get to do is basically choose only one product of each category. One lipstick, one blush, one foundation. Which one would you choose if you had absolutely no other choice? So I went through my makeup collection and I gathered all these things. And I'm really excited to talk about them because this is stuff that I really love. I feel like sometimes I forget to do that with you guys. Like, just make sure I talk about the things that I use on a daily basis. Because for most of my tutorials, I'm trying to use something different, like a different look or something that, you know, might seem a little bit more interesting. But now I get to talk about my ride or die stuff. So let's get started. I'm going to start with primer. The one primer that I absolutely love is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is the hydrating one. It's like this blue tint, and it is more of like a gel formula. It is hydrating to the skin, but it's not like an oil. Like, I know some brands have some like primers that are more of an oily form, which I don't really love because I feel like it just breaks down my foundation. But this one acts as a gel, and it almost makes your foundation kind of like stick to your skin. And in my opinion, I feel like my foundation lasts longer when I do use this. The next thing is going to be which foundation is my ride or die foundation. And I thought this one was going to be a little bit more difficult for me, but it actually wasn't. I've mentioned this before where I feel like I haven't found that one foundation that I just die over. I have several foundations that I really like that have worked for me. But the one that has impressed me the most is actually from the drugstore. But I've spoken about this before, and it's the Revlon Color Stay 24-hour foundation. And I freaking love this foundation. I would think that I wouldn't like this foundation just because my skin is dry. And this is a very matte foundation, and it can tend to like latch onto your skin. But if you work with it the right way, this can work really well for you, even if you have dry skin. The one thing that I love about it is that it just lasts so long. Like, for some reason that really impresses me in a foundation. When a foundation can last throughout my entire workday, I'm just like, I'm all about it. It's just like, that's it. That's it. You got me. I want it forever. Not only does the foundation last really long, but it sort of makes the rest of my makeup last just as long. Like when I put the concealer on top of the foundation or my bronzer and my blush, it just makes everything else last just as long as it does. So I love that. If I had to choose absolutely one foundation for the rest of my life, this would totally be it. So what next? Okay, now I'm going to go in with concealer, and this one is an oldie but a goodie. Concealer is my favorite product ever. I feel like I've tried so many, but this one just tops them all for me. This is the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer, and oh my gosh, you guys, I swear every time I use this concealer, for some reason, I just feel like it brings this glow to my face. I don't understand what it has in it. I don't know if it just works really well with my skin, but I love it. I freaking love it. I've been through like a couple of these, and this one is pretty much running out now. Anytime I'm going out, this is like my go-to for sure. And when I pair it with this foundation, oh my gosh. It's so nice because this concealer is a little bit more dewy and this foundation is very matte. So they kind of like morph into one beautiful, perfect existence of products. Now for a setting powder. I had a hard time with this one because I do love the setting powders from the Anastasia Beverly Hills like highlight and contour kit. I love those powders, and I know they sell them individually. So those are really great, but they don't come close to the RCMA No Color Powder. And it's crazy because I just started using this like about a month or 2 months ago. And since I've gotten it, I cannot stop using it. It kind of looks like something that seasonings would come in, like, you know, like adobo or something like, I don't know, pepper. But that's just the packaging. But what's inside is pure magic. Sometimes I'll see a little texture and like little bumps just from my skin, my pores being clogged or my skin being dry. When I brush this powder over the concealer, it's like a blur, you guys. Like, it just blurs out any pores. It literally makes you look like you do not have pores. And it's such a fine powder that it doesn't get cakey. You can put so much on and it just won't get cakey. It's like, I don't know, it's like magic. Seriously, I would be happy if I only had to use this setting powder for the rest of my life. Okay, now the bases of the face are kind of done, like foundation, concealer, primer, powder. Now I'm going to go in with sort of adding some color to the face, and that is going to be bronzer. Bronzer is what I use to do my contour, so I always use a matte one, and the only one that has never failed me that I've purchased over and over again is Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. This bronzer is just the perfect color for my skin tone. Even when I get a tan during the summer, it's just always the perfect color. Like, it just always works for me. Something that really bothers me about a lot of bronzers is that they're so orange, and since I'm a pretty pale person, the orange just like sticks out. It looks like I put fake tanner in like the wrong part of my face, and this one never gives that effect on me, even if I go a little bit overboard with it. Hoola Bronzer by Benefit has seriously been my ride or die since like high school. Next, I'm going to do blush. I feel like blush and highlighter, you guys are kind of going to expect these two just because I always use them in probably all of my videos. The blush is Milani blush in the shade Luminoso. I feel like I say that so much because I really do use it in almost every video. It's perfect. It takes the cake on all blushes for me. I really think I probably would use this for the rest of my life. Even if I have plenty of choices for other ones, I just always find myself going back to this one. And now highlighter, the one that I use in pretty much, no, in absolutely every single video, MAC Soft and Gentle. It just always does it for me. I know there are tons of highlighters now on the market, but just Soft and Gentle, I always go to this one. So I'm going to need to repurchase this very soon, and you better believe that I will, because I love this highlighter so much. The last thing for the face, I'm going to talk about my favorite setting spray. Not everyone uses setting sprays, but since my favorite foundation is such a matte finish, I sometimes like to use a setting spray to kind of do things up a little, and Smashbox Primer Water, I just use it as a setting spray. I do use it as a primer sometimes, but since I already spoke about my primers, I'm going to talk about this just being a setting spray. If my skin is looking a little bit too dry from a matte foundation and powder on top of it, this is just like the perfect touch. Now I'm going to move on to the eyes. I always start out by priming my eyes, and I feel like this one you guys might be able to guess too. It's my MAC Painterly Paint Pot because I haven't used another eyeshadow primer in forever. What I like about this one is that it's so pigmented that it just creates a nice, clean, sort of blank canvas for your shadows. It cancels out any veins that you might have in your eye area, any redness. Favorite eyeshadow primer of all time. Now for eyeshadows. This is what brings color to your eyes. This is what brings life to your eyes. And this one, surprisingly, was super easy for me as well. I chose a palette just because I felt like that made more sense than just choosing one single eyeshadow, because I do use palettes more than anything else, and it's the Morphe 350 palette. It has your orangey tones, so you can get a little bit dramatic with a beautiful copper and some beautiful like burnt oranges to go in the crease. Then over here you have like some really nice neutral colors that you can do a lot of bridal looks with. Then you have some darker browns right up in here, and this is where I get dramatic with my stuff. If I want to have like a dramatic eye, I'll just throw a matte brown eyeshadow all over my lid, pop a lighter color in the tear duct to brighten things up a little, and that's it. This is seriously all I would ever need in life. I just feel like it has the best of everything. And Morphe 350 palette, if you guys don't have this, what are you doing with life? You're missing out. That's what you're doing. The next thing I'm going to talk about is eyeliner. This is what I finish off my looks with. And I'm so big on eyeliner. When I don't wear any eyeshadow or any other makeup on my face, I just throw on a winged liner mascara, and that's really what I do every day. Which you would know if you watched my everyday makeup tutorial, which I posted before this one. So you guys can watch that and see every day I really just do a black winged eyeliner and some mascara. And that's all I do for my eyes. The one that I always use, and I've used this one for years, is the Maybelline Line Stiletto. Now, I can't say that this eyeliner will last you forever. It does start to sort of crumble off at the end of the day. But for some reason, I don't mind it. I know with gel eyeliners, they just last so long, and it kind of stresses out my eyes having to remove that harsh gel liner every day. It goes on beautifully. I feel like I've gotten so used to having this felt tip that I have a really good control of it, and I know exactly how to work it now. The Maybelline Line Stiletto, it's honestly my ride or die liquid liner. For mascara, I know what mascara is my absolute ride or die, but unfortunately I just don't have it right now because I ran out, and then I tried a different mascara, and I haven't repurchased my all-time favorite mascara. But I will still tell you guys because I swear this one is really my ride or die. So the mascara that I'm talking about is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I've put so many people onto this mascara, and they're like, where has this been all my life? Some people might feel like it clumps their lashes a little bit, but for me, it just works. It has the perfect amount of sort of separating my lashes while still adding the length. So I don't know what it is about that mascara, but I just love it, and it's my ride or die, for real. I love that mascara. I'm actually going to go tomorrow and buy another one because I just miss it so much already. And now I can go on to my lips. I chose one lipstick, which was so hard. You guys, it was so hard. And my lip liner, I chose one lip liner as well, which was a little bit easier for me just because I feel like this lip liner goes with everything, and I also use this one all the time. It's the NYX lip liner in the shade Ever. I'm addicted to this stuff. I run through these little pencils like water. Like, I'm just constantly using it up, sharpening and sharpening until it's like literally this small, and I'm like, okay, I think I need to buy a new one. It goes with every lipstick that I own. I'm telling you, I use it so much. So it was a pretty easy pick for the lip liner. Once again, it's the NYX lip liner in the shade Ever. And last but not least, I honestly think this was the hardest part for me, is choosing a lipstick because I'm a lip junkie. I feel like whenever I find out about a new brand or, you know, I'm going shopping online for makeup, the first thing that I check is the lipsticks. I don't know what it is, but I just love lipstick. This is a super throwback for me, and this actually makes me feel nostalgic because it was like one of my first MAC lipsticks. It was my first nude lipstick ever that I ever purchased, and this is the MAC Pure Zen lipstick. It is a nude, but it's sort of like the perfect pinkyish tone of nude. It definitely has some more pink undertones than anything, and it was seriously my first nude lipstick. And if I had to wear this every day for the rest of my life, I would be more than okay with it. I'm not lying to you guys. Like, these are products that I've probably used for a while and just love, or that I've just found and absolutely love, and I know I will love them forever. But if I had only these products forever, I would be the happiest girl. I hope you guys enjoyed my ride or die makeup tag. This was super fun to sort of go through my collection and think like, oh my gosh, would I choose this one forever or this one forever? I love you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!